looks like a green
Round
shot.
2.
Picks. Hockey picks.
Fills me
Playoff
up.
picks.
Right.
All right. Anyway,
Round 1 was intense. We had
round
some
one
nice
was
picks.
great. It was 1, 2, 3, 5. Both conferences.
Yes, it
With-
was. We had some upsets, even if the seeds didn't say so.
It's the first time that in a while that we've had such high seeds going into the second round. Usually we have some upsets seed wise, and we have some 7s or 6s moving on, but not this time. 1, 2, 3, 5. Both conferences.
Yep.
Round 2 should be really interesting.
Caps and Tampa. Caps. Whatever.
What do you think, Zach?
Well, looking at what they did to Lundqvist, imagine what they're going to do to Dwayne Rolison. I mean, they absolutely lit him up. They won 4 games to 1. I think they're going to do the exact same thing against Tampa, win 5 games. Tampa, I like Stamkos and St. Louis, but they're just not going to match up to Washington. They're just too good, and they're serious cup contenders this year.
All right. I'm going to agree with you. By the way, how many games?
5.
5. I'm going to take the Caps in 6. I think that their high-power offense is amazing. The only thing that hasn't gotten them over the hump the past couple years was their goaltending. And I think Michael Neuwirth is good enough to get them there this year to at least the conference finals. And Tampa Bay, they have high-powered offense, but Washington's offense is even better, which is hard to believe. And then their goaltending's better. And their defense has them too, so I don't see how Tampa could win the series, but it's going to be close, though. And I think Washington's going to win it in 6.
Zach and Josh, I've been folding your laundry.
Okay, so now we go to
I'm doing your
Boston, Philly.
Philadelphia. Philly's had inconsistent hockey goaltending.
Anyway,
They're not winning this series. To me, Boston in 6. We saw last year how Philly came back from a 3-0 deficit to win, and then obviously went to the Cup Finals and lost to Chicago. But they had a huge run. They played really well, and they just didn't stop believing. But against Boston, it's gonna come down to physicality, and Boston sure got that. And they've got a great first line,
I agree with you there.
and they've definitely have the edge in goaltending and defense. Since Pronger came back, he hasn't been getting much ice time, so I don't think he'll be that much of a factor. But I know that they will play him more this series because it's going to be all about physicality, and he's that type of hockey player.
All right, well, I'm also gonna take Boston over Philly. I'm gonna take him in 7. Philly has a great team, well-rounded, good goaltending, although sometimes it's inconsistent. They have pretty much everything that you need to win a cup. They couldn't get it done last year. Boston has a great team, and I think that this year they're Stanley Cup bound, and I think they're going to go to the Cup Finals, and I think that they have a good chance of going all the way this year, and I think that they're going to win the series in 7. Though it'll be a very good close series. You awake?
Vancouver, Nashville.
All right then. I don't know what the
Shane O'Brien facing his former team, as is Daniel Hamhuis.
Dan.
What a bad trade. My goodness.
Honestly.
This is ridiculous. And Nashville's going to...
All right, playoff picks, Zach.
All right, you know what?
Vancouver.
Van City, they're a serious cup contender, but seeing what they did in the first round, barely snuck by, their confidence has been struck in the heart.
And
I don't-
Too late.
I don't see them winning this series. I honestly don't. I think it's going to go to 7. It's a great series. I'm going Music City.
All right, well, the Music City has what it takes to get it done, but I don't think their offense isn't good enough to get it done. They have great defense, great goaltending, as does Vancouver. But Vancouver's offense just outmatches them so much, and I think that's going to be the difference in the series. I say Vancouver in 6.
Sharks.
Detroit.
2.
Chode. All right.
3. 2-3. It happened last hockey season. Sharks 1 in 5.
Yep.
Speaking of Sharks, look at this playoff mustache.
All right.
I have
Anyway,
going for the Sharkies.
all right. Anyway, the Sharks, great team, great premier scoring, great secondary scoring, good defense, although sometimes inconsistent, good goaltending, and I think that they have too much for Detroit to handle. Although they're great in the playoffs, they have veteran presence, they have great premier scoring and good defense, And same as San Jose, they have inconsistent but very good goaltending. Where the hell are you going? I think San Jose gets it done, but not by much. I think they sneak by and go into the conference finals after a 7-game series. What do you think, Zach?
When you think of Detroit, you think of like maybe 4 or 5 big guys. They don't have much depth going. San Jose's got all the depth. Goaltending with Detroit, do you honestly think they could rely on Osgood or McDonald to stop the Sharks?
What about Howard?
I'm saying, yeah, Howard's a good goaltender, but when you look at it, what if he's having an off night or he can't play, he gets injured? Do you think they can rely on their other goalies?
He won't get injured. But no, they cannot. Osgood's like 60, and Joey McDonald is a piece of mother shit.
Yeah, you could probably rely on Niittymaki. He makes me nervous because he's like this big in his net.
Niittymaki sushi.
And he's like this big, and he sucks, and he's a Nazi.
So what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, man.
Shut up.
Lately, I've been feeling like shit, but the Sharks in 6 are going to take this hockey series.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys in a couple
Yeah, we'll
weeks
see you for Final Four.
For our third weekend.
You're this wide and this tall.